And now, presented by Sprite, the 2K pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal as the NBA season begins to pick up steam. In this game, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder against the Memphis Grizzlies. And looking at the Grizzlies, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. All right, OKC lives and dies by the jumper. And they seem to like it that way. I don't know when the last time a team that shot that many jumpers actually won it all. Do you think this Thunder team can do that?
Well, Ernie, I played 20 years. I've been up here 5 years. 20 plus 5 is 25. I've never seen it done. We realize you cannot rely on jump shots, especially late in the games.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just checking to see that 20 plus 5 was actually 25. You're right. Let's go to Kevin Harlan. Kev?
Did you forget I was a doctor?
You won't let me forget that.
The high rises of the Oklahoma City Business District gleaming in the early evening light. Oklahoma City, land of the Thunder, in a fine Western Conference battle here at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. And it's another road game for the Grizzlies. Guys, when you compare their performance last season to where they sit right now, not a whole lot different story. Not necessarily a big surprise either.
And as far as the regular season goes, Kevin, this is as good as it gets. The definition of a rivalry, a game between these two teams, is always special.
Absolutely. I've been looking forward to this one for a while. I mean, we've seen so many great contests between them in the past that it's impossible not to be amped up. Can't you tell?
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So on the floor for Memphis, Conley and Allen are the guard set. Zebo and Marc Gasol are up front, and it's Carter in at the small forward.
Well, you know, for teams in the NBA nowadays, it's all about getting bang for your buck. I mean, Mike Conley out of Ohio State, one of the great value contracts in the league, and with all the analytics and general managers looking for value, Memphis happy to have an all-star caliber still player like him still locked up through 2016.
Now here's Durant. And he dunks it in right on Zach Randolph, right over Zebo.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
And glide. And glide. You got to glide in and reverse it home. So sweet.
Here is Carter, following the score by Oklahoma City. It's Allen on the wing. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Ibaka. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Jackson. Can't connect from short range. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Conley kicks to Gasol. Randolph dishes to Conley. Inside, Carter with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Randolph, no one around him. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Jackson passes to Westbrook. In low to Ibaka, and it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
Here is Durant, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
You know, with that kind of height disadvantage, all the defender can do is look up, watch him punch it home, and hope he doesn't get landed on.
Conley kicks to Carter. Gasol, a screen on Durant. And it's Conley that time on the assist by Carter. Conley's got 5 now. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
This could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch. It shows up in the stats a little bit, but they don't tell the whole story. Last year when the Grizzlies were healthy, they were very tough defensively.
Now here is Conley, who picked up 39 points in their last one against the Suns in Phoenix. Here's Randolph. Ibaka with some nice D. And a few things help with the Grizzlies in defense. They slow things down, and they, Clark, don't give up easy baskets.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that sometimes gets overlooked in their defensive prowess, pace of play. They're very judicious in how they play the game, and as a result, and they've got a physical front line. So they put bodies on you, and when that happens, you get worn out when you play a team like that.
You know, Kevin Durant has really worked hard on his ball handling and passing, and it's a response to facing constant traps and double teams in the playoffs. In those situations, being able to escape pressure and find the open man, that is crucial to his success. Durant nails both of them.
And Durant actually played point guard in high school his freshman year, but a 5-inch growth spurt his sophomore year took him from 6'3" to 6'8", and moved him from guard to forward.
Now here's Allen. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Phoenix.
He's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
Shots good by Durant.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Here is Conley. He's got 5. And when Durant played in Seattle, he played shooting guard. Steve in Oklahoma City, they put him at small forward.
Well, it's a more natural position for him, and you know, he's worked hard to lower his shoulders when he's dribbling in traffic, trying to find angles that he couldn't get to before. And he's cut down his turnovers, but when he gets to his spot, you know, kind of at the elbows or in the paint, he rises up and he just shoots over the top of everybody.
Now here's Conley. First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. That drive by Carter, and he banks in the layup. Carter's got his first basket of the night.
Strong move to the hoop. Nice power move. I like that one.
Here's Westbrook. Can't finish the one-handed jam.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Here's Conley. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Oklahoma City leading by 3. And Westbrook.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Here's Randolph from down in the low post. It goes. And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
They look very stable, pretty much from the get-go, guys. A solid output, solid effort. And, you know, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game, but they were pretty solid there.
I was very impressed with the balance they displayed, guys. Different people carrying the load, scoring, making assists, unselfish play. Everything was working for them to get that victory. You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Here's Udrich. Here's Kufis. He dishes it to Udrich. 6 to shoot. A nice shot by Kufis.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
And Lamb kicks to Collison. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Vince Carter. Last season's performance for him was around 12 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And when you take his overall contributions on the whole, he's been putting up some pretty good numbers, but I think he can do more.
And Steve, sometimes that's just part of the game, weathering periods where your stats might not show all of what you're doing on the floor.
First one falls for him.
You know, the NBA is a talent league, and it's hard to win in the NBA without superstar talent. And the Thunder are fortunate to have 2 superstars in Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. Those 2 give them a chance to win no matter who they're facing up against or where they're playing.
Here's Udrich. Carter on the wing. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
The Thunder leading by 6. Lamb dishes to Morrow. The Thunder with another miss.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Now, the D may have done just enough there, Clark, to bother him and throw that shot off.
Now here is Carter, coming off a solid outing against Phoenix. Prince, the pass to Lee. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Morrow. And Vince Carter pulls it down.
And they force the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
And Udrich kicks to Carter. Here's the floater. Gets it off. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter.
Next Tuesday, November 11th, Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs go up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Big-time hoops coming your way.
Impressed with their transition game, guys. They really got out and ran the lanes.
Yeah, they did. I mean, no better way to get easy buckets than through fast breaks.
Looking at Memphis, they took the win in their last game against the Suns in Phoenix.
And you could see it in that game, despite the odds against them. Once it got to OT, they had the belief that they could get it done.
And Steve, that's what happens a lot of time when the supposed underdog gets the game into overtime. Momentum swings their way.
Nick Collison out there with Adams. Then it's Jeremy Lamb. Then there's Jackson. And it's Jones in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, gentlemen, Serge Ibaka is now a two-way presence. Of course, an intimidating shot blocker, but also a great complementary piece offensively. Kevin Durant said he's a guy that excels playing off of others. He gives himself up, sets great screens. He shifts the defense with his hard rolls to the basket, and you have to respect his jumper. Kevin, back to you.
He stretched his range out beyond the arc boards. Thanks.
Steven Adams, he was taken 12th overall by the Thunder in the 2013 draft. You know, viewed as more of a project, but what an impressive start in his rookie season. I think he's the future in terms of the center position for Oklahoma City.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the score by Oklahoma City. Udrich dishes to Allen. Shot clock at 6. Lee goes in. Right side, Lee, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And the pick that the Thunder used to select Adams, acquired in the James Harden trade. They hated to see Harden go, but it seems they got a quality player in Adams, that's for sure. This kid has.
On the Thunder with some changes. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Steven Adams. Durant comes in for Jones. And Russell Westbrook has subbed in for Lamb. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Marc Gasol has checked in for Koufos. Randolph comes in for Tayshaun Prince. And it's Conley in for Udrich. And for Steven Adams, just 1 year at the University of Pittsburgh, he got better and better, Steve, as the year wore on.
Yeah, I'll say he's a guy who understands his strengths. He's huge. He's relentless on the offensive glass. Pretty good hands and can finish at the rim. I think he still has a lot of room to grow.
And Jackson gets it to go.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
Now here's Conley. 5 points in the game. Here's Randolph. Bank shot, no good.
Good, tough defense there. Getting a hand up, forcing that miss.
Well, he's got the reputation of being a tough defender, and there was an example right there for you.
The drive by Lee. Pass to Conley. It's Allen on the wing. Conley kicks to Lee. Collison against Gasol. On the money from 12 feet away. Gasol's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, he really used his height there.
He sure did, Steve. I mean, a nice touch on that shot.
For 3, Durant. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter.
Well, it's been said time and time again that this building is not only one of the loudest in the league, but it most approximates a college environment with the energy, and that's a huge help for the Thunder.
Now here's Durant, following the miss by Zach Randolph. Jackson, and the Thunder another 3.
Well, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. That is always going to allow you to maintain your
Almost angry. A lot of torque.
A lot of torque. And I mean, it's something to behold. I've not quite seen a guy at the point guard spot bring that kind of athleticism and speed and tenacity to the position.
Well, I like how you mentioned Rose because I would agree, and that's a great way to kind of figure out where he is when Rose is healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
The pre-injured Rose was...
He was right in that same category.
You got it. Now here's Durant after the Marcus Almas. Lee with the steal. Dishes to Conley. He feeds it to Carter. Conley with the screen on Durant. Randolph sets a screen for Carter. Lee outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Ibaka's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And Russell Westbrook, maybe the most explosive first step in the league. I mean, he doesn't just get an angle on his defender. He leaves them completely behind with a free run to launch all those shots around the rim.
Now here is Conley. 5 points in the game. It's Vince Carter on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can they get it? Here's Randolph. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. It's on Kevin Durant. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Thunder.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And we're also seeing a lot of fast break hoops, so this team doing a nice job getting easy points.
Well, Westbrook, once he blows by that first defender, he is absolutely fearless attacking the help defense. High-flying power dunks, finishes with both hands. He's a bad, bad man. Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted, the aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Prince is checked in. Free throw drops for Zach Randolph.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
He really didn't give the official any choice, Kevin. Way too much body-to-body contact there. And tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he didn't get hit with a flagrant 2 foul, which would be an ejection.
Yeah, he would have been out of the game if he had. And the league is doing everything it can to protect its players. And you know, Steve, I think the officials have a really good understanding here of when to issue those unnecessary contact calls. And Steve, Kevin Durant, truly one of the best scorers, and the statistics would show that league-wide every year, and last season's MVP.
Well, he's improved his game in pretty much every category, whether it's rebounding, ball handling, passing, defense. Incredible to see a player who is already historically great just take his game to another level.
And here is Conley following the 3 from Kevin Durant to the middle. Back to Conley. The dish now to Lee. Conley up top. And it's blocked by Perkins.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Good. 22 points for Kevin Durant.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
And here is Conley. He has 5. Passes it to Koufos. And it's Lee penetrating. Here's Conley. And he gets it to go. Conley's got 7.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You can see that there.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's the Thunder opening up a huge gap. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, what has allowed you to build this lead and get some separation here?
Well, we've just been playing hard. Those guys are tough to guard. They cut so hard. They play well together, and we had a decent half. We got to keep it going.
Kevin, you've earned a rest. Guys, back to you at the table.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
Durant doing all sorts of things. 22 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
Well, they might want to think about setting a few more screens for him to try to give him another open look or two.
Oklahoma City leading by 21. Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5 for Dave Yeager. Zebo and Marcus All are up front. Conley and Allen are the guard set. And it's Carter in at the small forward position.
The Grizzlies were never picked to be a powerhouse in the West last year, but, boy, you've got to give that team and that organization an awful lot of credit because they clearly were a team that nobody out West wanted to play.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Yes, Kevin, Memphis coach Dave Yeager paid dues for years coaching in the minor leagues. But he did more than coach. He was the GM, ticket vendor, business manager, and halftime act. He said he loved the passion and spirit of that work, but there were also tough times. Guys, those struggles helped prepare him for where he is today.
A long road, but he's here now. Thanks, Doris. And Randolph with the basket on the assist by Conley. And that's now 10 points for Zach Randolph.
Well, it's Memphis's defense and ability to hang tough in close games that makes them such an unattractive opponent to many teams in the West.
Left side Jackson, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And Clark, while we have a moment, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Kevin Durant, number 1.
Well, that's why he's playing with so much confidence. I mean, he just has that belief because of what he did last year.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And Memphis went 29-23 against the West last year, Clark, and every game seemed to be a close one.
And even when you beat Memphis, Kevin, you feel like you don't feel like you lost, but you know you've really earned the victory because they grind you so hard, and they typically don't beat themselves, which is clearly one of the toughest teams in the West.
The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
Well, guys, you go back to last season, and this is a team that hit just 74% of its free throws. I know they'd like to see that number go up.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
Both good from the line that time.
But he did miss 20 games while recovering, and Memphis struggled during his absence.
The Thunder leading by 17. Westbrook with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Westbrook against Allen. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Again, the Thunder score. And last season for Marc Gasol, a bit of a downturn with his numbers.
Yeah, his rebounding fell off a bit, as did his shooting percentages. We'll see how he bounces back this season.
Timeout called the Grizzlies.
So much has been made about whether this is Durant's team or Westbrook's team, but in reality, I think it's both of their teams. I mean, Durant does what he does. He's an elite scorer, as is Westbrook. They couldn't be the team they are, the Thunder, without both of those guys being excellent and leading the way they do.
And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Yeah, guys, a lot of people thought that Durant would blossom with more of the offensive focus on him. But, Steve, the Thunder had showed they're not the same team and struggled when Westbrook was out.
Well, and it really shouldn't be a surprise to anyone because, Westbrook's an elite talent in this league, and if you remove him from any team, it'll hurt. I think it was people speculating how much Durant could carry this team on his own, but the fact of the matter is Durant needs Westbrook and vice versa.
Nick Collison's checked in for Perkins. Conley, the pass to Allen. Memphis moving that ball around. Carter drives in. Randolph trying to free himself up. Carter with the bucket.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, what an incredible journey it's been for Serge Ibaka. Growing up in the Congo during a terrible civil war, the tragic loss of his mom to a stroke, the streets so unsafe that she couldn't leave the home to go to a hospital. To go from that to where he is now, man, an indescribable contrast and an amazing story.
Lamb, he's jumped in for Oklahoma City.
He has not been on his game, and their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
Durant with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. The Grizzlies pull it in. And Ibaka planned as a youth to escape the Congo and find a way to provide for his family.
Well, and it's a big family. What great work Ibaka is doing.
Reno Udrich, he's checked in for Mike Conley. The Thunder leading by 19. It's Durant on the wing, defended by Carter. And Durant gets double teamed. And so here is Oklahoma City. Ibaka dishes to Durant. Clock at 6, and there's the feed to Jackson. Now the pass to Collison. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got assist number 5 here tonight. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Into Zach Randolph. He kicks it to Udrich. Outside Gasol. Nobody near Allen. Goes back up. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
So we got a moment now to check out the story on Reggie Jackson. Last season's stats for him. Last season he averaged 13 points a game, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. And when he takes over at point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Yeah, I think you're right. You need somebody out there to keep things moving on offense with the reserves. And I think he does just that.
Here's Udrich. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Udrich has got his first bucket of the night. The Thunder leading by 19.
Thunder head coach Scott Brooks really consistent with his message. It's all about defensive commitment and trusting your teammates at that end of the floor.
Now here's Durant. 22 points for him. There's the 3. No good from Lamb. Grizzlies have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark. Well, for Kevin Durant, it was a terrific season. Let's look at his numbers last season. First in scoring, and he was on the top 10 list in free throw percentage, something he really did a nice job of focusing and the concentration to knock down free throws.
And Steve, as you mentioned, he set the standard offensively with more points than any other player in the league. A really remarkable season for him.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Morrow comes in for Reggie Jackson. Memphis also making some changes. Kufis checked in for Gasol. Prince comes in for Zach Randolph. And it's Lee in for Vince Carter. Prince, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, Tayshaun Prince, a terrific player in his time with that championship Detroit Pistons team of years past, but his decline over the last 5 years has been noticeable. Ever since he hit 30, it's been downhill.
And for Prince, now 34 years of age, with this season and next left on his contract.
Yeah, still a smart veteran who doesn't make many mistakes, but it's certainly clear that his best days are behind him.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Well, good teams tend to have a defined style of play. Steve, the Grizzlies had grit and grind, but it seems they're going away from it now.
Kind of a throwback style, Kevin, but it suited their personnel perfectly, particularly with Randolph and Gasol down low. The slower pace lent itself to better defense for them, and they really pounded you inside, that's for sure.
Now Lee following Durant's three-point attempt. Prince kicks to Udrih. 4 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. And it's Kufus missing. The Thunder leading by 15. Here's Lamb. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. 6 points for Lamb. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Allen kicks to Udrih. Down low, here's Kufus. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Kufus has got his second bucket of the night.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Morrow, that's a two-pointer. Buried it just in the nick of time.
He sure did, right on cue.
Tune in Tuesday, November 11th. Al Jefferson and the Charlotte Hornets take on LaMarcus Aldridge and the Portland Trailblazers. Do not miss it.
The Grizzlies trail by 17. Morrow is the 2 with Durant the 3. Perkins is out there with Steven Adams. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
That mid-range jumper, just another one of his weapons.
Oklahoma City's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Fires from 14. No good off the front iron. And for Memphis, they're shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Lee outside. Gasol setting the pick for Lee. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Gasol. Westbrook with the steal. Here's Morrow, defended by Allen. Westbrook with a wide open look. And it's Westbrook again missing. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Allen passes to Conley. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Allen with the screen for Prince. All sorts of time. The Thunder pull it in. Perkins got 4 rebounds in this game. And Adams kicks to Durant. Stolen by Allen. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Allen leading the charge. Conley gets the bucket.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
Home by Oklahoma City. For the Thunder, Baca comes in for Steven Adams, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Anthony Morrow. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Zach Randolph is checked in for Prince. And it's Carter in for Tony Allen. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Scott Brooks was discussing with his players. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
And it's Conley penetrating. Here's Gasol. And the rebound goes to Perkins. Perkins got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Jackson, that's good.
Jackson for 2.
The Grizzlies trail by 17. Outside Gasol. Back to Conley. Right side Randolph. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And that's 12 points for Zach Randolph.
Unbelievable shot. He can't miss out there.
And he knows it. I mean, he's got major swagger going on out there now.
Outside for Jackson. Got that one up quick. And the Thunder lead by 17.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Conley against Westbrook. Lee dishes to Randolph. Lee, a screen on Ibaka. Memphis moving it around. Here's Conley. Rebounded by Jackson.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job. Great idea to pull up and take the transition three there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
Oklahoma City on D. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Conley, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Conley's got 4 points in the quarter. And for the Thunder, remaining so consistent despite losing Harden and then last year without the outside shooter Kevin Martin.
Yeah, not to mention, Kevin, the injuries to Russell Westbrook. Give credit to the players and the coaching staff. Again, when you've got a culture of expectation, you've got talent and leadership from the sideline and from within the players, and you got a chance to weather storms effectively, and clearly the Thunder did that.
Here's Conley, following the score by Oklahoma City. Randolph, no one around him. Here's Gasol, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
Well, that just adds to what's probably an already insurmountable lead. I think they'll be walking out of here with a pretty easy victory.
Steve, I think that's a given.
Now here is Conley. The 17-footer. That's good from Randolph on the assist by Conley. Conley's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
It's Westbrook with the drive.
What a game it's been for Westbrook. 10 points and 8 dimes.
You just can't find fault with anything he's done here. The effort, the energy, his production, his defense, it's all there.
All hustle, non-stop effort from him all over that 94 by 50-foot box.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Allen's checked in. Both free throws good from Westbrook.
You think about the Grizzlies, and the one thing that jumps out at you is their physicality. I mean, that's a team that loves contact and has no problem being physical.
Now here's Randolph. Rejected by Ibaka.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Thunder.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And guys, when you're cracking heads against somebody 4 times over the course of a season, boy, it's a great feeling to snatch that first game. Good adjustments tonight against the Grizzlies.
Fantastic show put on. What an amazing game all around it was for Kevin Durant. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do anything really to stop him. Now you look at hard fouls and what's now considered a flagrant foul. The referees in the league has really sort of changed the rule over the course of the last decade. And I think it's for the better. It used to be you could get away with basically mugging a player. Now you have to be more careful. And I think it's good for the protection of the player and for the improvement of the game.
Here's Prince. Following the basket by Jeremy Lamb. Prince fires. That one wide left.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
9 feet out. The shot, no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. And there's been talk about hard fouls and flagrant fouls to protect the players, Clark.
Yeah, no less an authority than coaching great Phil Jackson said that Naismith set up the game to eliminate fouling, not reward it. Sounds something just like something Phil would say. It used to be that the fouler had to leave the court like in hockey. I think the league is taking good steps to get away from the defensive slugfest of years past.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now Udrich. Prince, the pass to Udrich. Here's the three. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
It's interesting. They're like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got energy.
You know, it's not going to change anything, though, other than to make their losing margin a little more respectable.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Berg, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, guys, I'm here with Russell Westbrook. And, Russell, obviously the fans were loving this win here tonight. What was your mindset coming into this particular matchup?
Just trying to come out and play our game. You know, we're a good team, especially at home. And did a good job of playing team ball tonight.
The fans were delighted, Russell. Thank you so much. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan player of the game, Kevin Durant.